I always saw public speaking as nervous, something that gives me that little rush because I'm gonna go speak in front of a group or of people. But with this class, that all has changed to something more positive because I got in the field feeling. I still feel a little bit nervous, but I feel confident at the same time. I honestly didn't have that much experience, maybe a couple of essays and things I had to say in front of class in school, but nothing nothing really big. I absolutely feel comfortable with my communication skills. I think they've grown during this class. I feel more confident with myself, and I think I have a little bit of maybe an easier approach when it comes to facing a public, even a camera. And this class has helped me a lot in that sense. Honestly really haven't had any performance experience other than this class as far as communication goes. Um, but I think now after this I will have a lot more to come. As far as my delivery challenges for week one, two, three, and four, they were mostly all the same. I think I've improved them all. When it comes to my speaking, be a little bit more clear when I speak. I shake a little bit more, and I think I have performed a lot better ever since my first video. I see there's been a progress between the first one and the previous one to this one, and I think they will be getting better as time comes. As far as visual presentations go, didn't really use them a lot before. Maybe a little bit during school, but not that much really. And uh, during this class, I found out that they're very important in your presentation. It's very good to accompany your speaking with something that you could show to your audience, so they could really have a more grasp, a more hands-on on what you're speaking about, and that would make the speech a little bit more exciting and will keep the audience more attentive to what you have to say. I would have to say that I've been nervous during my presentations. Maybe the first one I was a little bit more nervous than the one that came after, and so on and so on. But I think that that feeling of nervousness will never go away. Even that I'm speaking to a camera, there's nobody here, but you still feel like you have a lot of people watching you. I think the responses that I got from my videos that were both positive and negatives. I mean, overall, I think everything is positive. You have to accept criticism or any opinion of your work as a positive way, and it helps out to better yourself, to do better work, and of course, always positive feedbacks are always welcome because they make you feel like you did something impressive and that your message got across. That was the whole point of your whole presentation. So I think even if they're bad responses or good responses, overall the responses are always good for me because they always help me better my work. Overall, I think again my classmates positive feedbacks. I gave them through written response, and overall they were all positive. Some I just have a little opinion on them. Let's say no opinion, maybe some observations. There may be some points that I noticed that maybe they didn't notice at the time, and overall they're all positive because we all benefit from them. As well as they had opinions over me, I had opinions over them. Overall, we can relate to one another and we can each help the other one do a better job. And I think that's the point of all this. It's to better your work through what other people see that you're trying to deliver. Definitely practice my speeches before recording. I think that is a very important part. It helps you loosen up and helps you prepare more. And if you practice more than one, two, three, four times, it's the words come out easier. Your message may be delivered with a little bit more clearness. And I would have to say that I maybe spend around an hour before recording and just recording little pieces and erasing them just to see how my message was being delivered. I wouldn't say I had any technical difficulties or any delivery errors. Maybe a little bit of knowing to work a little bit more with the application that I was using for my videos. And other than that, everything went quite well. And I've learned a lot about applications that I'm using now thanks to this course. To be honest, I didn't like neither any of them the least. I think they were all very positive. They've all were different in their own way. Some use visuals, some use video, some use just speech, some just narrate. I mean, overall, they made a whole package to have like to learn more about different ways to deliver your speeches. And the one that I did like the most maybe was the one before this one, where you get to talk about your industry hero. Um, because I really got to look for more information about the person that I chose, got to understand more of their work, and thanks to this project, I got the benefit of that. What I learned about TED this month, it's that you should be comfortable when delivering your speeches. Maybe try to incorporate some humor into them, so in a way you could have a sense of touch with your audience, and that makes your speech a little bit more sense of like you're talking, not so much like you're just saying words out of your mouth, and it makes the audience more attentive to yourself, and makes them like pay more attention to what you're saying, and not only that, but they can capture more of what you're trying to say and digest the information in a way that it's fun for them at the same time. I think overall, what I learned from these three persons is that delivery in your project. Delivery is the most important part. It's the one that impresses the audience, gives the first impression. It's how your message is getting to them. So the way you use your delivery will have a big impact on how your audience will understand and will grasp the information that you're trying to tell them. And I think that's the most important part. I think I learned is delivery. For this month, my delivery challenges, I think they were to maybe have a little bit more clearness in my speech, and I think the way that you also incorporate all your different applications that I've learned to use for this course. Use them all as much as you can so your message can get across the way that you want them, and that your audience at the same time will enjoy receiving the message that you're trying to tell them. I think the biggest strength that I have delivering my messages is that I feel confident in what I'm doing. Um, and I will have to say this course has gotten to be a great part of that, of building up that confidence. It helps me, even though I get nervous, it helps me make my point across. It makes me finalize my presentation, and at the same time, it gives me motivation to do a better job when I'm trying to deliver my message and trying to get the audience attention and make them understand what I'm trying to say in a way that it's fun for them. Overall, I would rate myself with a 4. Maybe at the beginning of the class, I did a little bit, not say worse, but not so good. But I think as the videos have been progressing, I've done a lot better work. I give myself a 4 because there's always room for perfection. There's always something to better myself. And not only with this course, I mean, this course has gotten to open my eyes on what is all the delivery and all the ways that you can have better presentation. And I think it has opened my eyes to really get to know all this and really learn how to use them and really get in touch with the audience in a way that they would have fun as I'm doing my speeches. As far as presentations go, I feel a lot more comfortable now than I did before this course. This course has helped me open my eyes to see that presentation is a big part of your career. Um, you're always going to have the opportunity to do public speeches and get your point across to the public so they will understand your work. And this class has taught me a lot, not only to myself as to be comfortable when speaking, but as to use different kinds of tools to help my presentations. And thanks to this course, I know my presentations from now on will be a lot more complete, a lot more solid, and I think that will help me a lot in my career because people will get to see my work as I want them to see it. Thank you.